Hello everyone. The first person I started watching on YouTube who was an actual makeup artist in the industry was Eldridge at the time that I started getting into makeup. I remember watching her videos and thinking, wow, this lady is so nice, so personable, so down to earth. And it is really Lisa's techniques and Lisa's tips and tricks that got me into makeup. So it made sense for me to go to the pop-up on the launch day. I felt like it was the least I could do to show my support to someone who's been so instrumental in my personal journey with makeup. By the way, I just did this Halloween look with some of my friends for a collab on Instagram, just in case you're wondering why I look a little bit not dressed down, if that makes sense. I want to talk about the products that I got from the pop-up, but I also want to talk about what the pop-up is like. Now, if you look at the last video that I uploaded before this one on YouTube, and also my last reel on Instagram, that gives you a really good insight, a quick sneak peek into the pop-up. I know that loads of people who follow and watch and love Lisa Eldridge are not necessarily from the UK and not even from London, and can't necessarily come over within this, what is it, 2-month window to see her pop up. So I'm hoping that you find that little sneak peek very helpful. It was so busy yesterday. The queue was really long when I got there. It wasn't too bad a wait. I know some people waited for about 2 hours. I think my wait was about over an hour, so it wasn't too bad. It's well worth the wait. If you are a diehard Lisa Eldridge fan, it is well worth the wait. And it was just wonderful. So the doorway is right in the middle of the pop-up, so you've got the 2 bay windows on the sides, which are gorgeous, by the way. The lady who designed Lisa's pop-up, amazing job. She did fantastic. When you go in, the doorway is in the middle, and basically to the right, so if you have a look at my short, you'll see this. To the right, it's the lipsticks, the liners, the glosses on some shelves. And there was something so relieving about seeing Lisa's products in person lined up like that. Like, you know, we often obviously just go by her models on the website and her sample, her swatches rather, and her actual try-ons with the lipsticks and the lip colours and the liners and the glosses and the blushes and the highlighters, you know, on her videos. So there was something incredibly satisfying about walking into a store, into Lisa's store, and seeing all of her lipsticks just lined up, and it was just pure perfection. It was like, oh, I'm in heaven, you know. Lisa Eldridge, House of Eldridge makeup heaven. It was just amazing. Like, honestly, if you are in the UK, you need to check out this pop-up. It's just wonderful. But anyway, so you go in, and the right hand side you've got the lipsticks and the liners and the glosses, and that was really tricky, because then I was like, I've got so much stuff from Lisa already, and then I'm looking at all of this stuff in person. I'm thinking, oh my god, I need a lot of self-restraint right now, because everything just looks amazing in person. So they had these cards available there, and when you go in, on one of the first shelves, they had these cards. It's got Lisa's logo, and then it says pop-up menu, and then basically it has all of the different products that are available on the site there in store. And then you would get a pen or a pencil and you would tick what you want. It was a really nice way to get a shopping list together. This is good because it helps you not to impulse buy, because when you just kind of go in willy-nilly into a store or into an event, especially like a new launch, you just get caught up in that moment and you want to buy every single item. So I really appreciate that they have these little cards, and I think that should become a mainstay if the store ever becomes permanent, which I'm really hoping it does. So I'm just going to clarify prices. By the way, the blush is not yet available in the store, and I think I heard Lisa, I'm pretty sure Lisa was talking to someone in front of the person in front of me in the queue as we were waiting to meet her, and I'm pretty sure she said something along the lines of, the blush is not available because maybe she was reformulating or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, so at the moment I don't think there's going to be blushes, but keep an eye on her socials because that, of course, is subject to change. Right, the True Velvet Lip Colour, £26. I'm not sure about euros and dollars and things like that, but £26. Luxuriously Lucent Lip Colour, same price, £26. The book, so Face Paint, The Story of Makeup, £18. Elevated Glow Highlighters, £27. Gloss Embrace Lip Gloss, £18. Velvet Makeup Bag, £18. I've got every single makeup bag, by the way. The foundation is £44. Not too bad. I got my Pat McGrath Sublime Fetish. I think that's in the region of £65 to £70 or something like that. So if I think about Pat McGrath, which is the most high-end foundation I own, and then Lisa's foundation being £44, to me, that sounds quite reasonable. But it's definitely in the kind of high-end category. I would say mid-range is when you're getting a foundation from like £31 to £36. To me, high-end is when you go to 40 and above. Anyway, Enhance and Define Lip Pencil, £19. Seamless Blend Makeup Brushes, various prices here. So for example, and I have no idea what they look like, but just to give you an idea of the prices, brush number 1, £55, brush number 7, £39, brush number 8, £40, brush number 9 is £39, brush number 14 is £35, and number 15 is £40. So, you know, we're going from £35 to £55 with her, what is that, 6 brushes there? And then the Studio Sweatshirts are £45. Following on from the lipstick shelves, there was also a cabinet that had some of her jewellery and some limited edition pieces. So for instance, you may have spotted it in my short, there was a little red box that had some of her lipsticks. I think it was in a different packaging maybe, or was it the same? I can't remember. But it's her lipstick and then a charm, and they're quite expensive. The variations were Velvet Morning, Velvet, was it Jazz or Ribbon? It was Jazz or Ribbon, and then Carnival. So if you are a collector who wants to get a lipstick and some sort of jewellery memento thing, I would highly recommend that charm lipstick set. And that is another reason why you need to, I mean, there's many reasons, and that's another reason amongst many reasons why you need to go to the pop. And then she's got all her rings available there as well. And then continuing from there, the vintage pieces are on display. So she's got Audrey Hepburn's piece and a few other pieces there from various makeup brands and collections. And as you move around the store from the right side, remember, as you get to the back, there's like 2 makeup stations with like the mirrors and the seats, and basically Lisa's team can match your foundation there and like probably match you to like lip colors and things like that as well. And right at the back on the wall, there's like a kind of collage. So it's very similar to Lisa's actual studio, where it's got like all the different photos and pictures and like cuttings and things like that. I didn't get to go to the back, which is why I'm going to the pop-up again in a few weeks, hopefully, or even in this next week, who knows. But basically, a lot of people who were there were going to the back of the studio to get some pictures taken in that studio, against that studio wall background, and it was quite nice. And I saw it on Lisa's stories, quite a few people had posted pictures there, and I was thinking, oh, I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd had the chance. But it was so busy, and that's a testament to how successful Lisa's launch day was. And then Lisa's standing there with her colleague, and she's matching people with foundations, I think, and probably lip products too. And it was kind of like a meet and greet, and I think the way they did it was just so nice. So you can pop your stuff on the couch, her colleague would take your shopping, get your book out if you bought one, Lisa would sign it, and then the colleague would take your phone and take pictures of you and Lisa. And that for me was the absolute highlight of the pop-up. Like, Lisa's just so nice, like everything you expect her to be, the way she is online, the way she is in her documentary, like in her program series and whatnot. She's just like that in person, so approachable, so down to earth, so kind. And it was really funny because basically this was like a major fangirl moment. I didn't know if my legs were going to give way or if I was going to scream, but something was going to happen. Luckily neither thing happened, but as the person in front of me left, she just turned around and said, "I know you, you're Glambox." And I was like, oh my god, because everyone in the store was staring, because she said it quite loud as well. And I was like I was just like, even right now just thinking about it, I'm so excited. And it was such a wonderful moment. Like, you know, she really knows her followers and she knows her fans, and that's one thing that I love about Lisa Eldridge. Like, she is very humble, and like, she really genuinely connects with her fan base and gets it, and it's like we're in it together, and it's just wonderful. And we had a really nice little conversation about like her sample cards and like how she went about doing that and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, we just had a little chit chat, and then her colleague gave her the book, because I purchased the book, and she signed it, and it was just wonderful, a wonderful experience. And you know, I congratulated her on the launch and things like that. But it's memories for life when things like that happen. You know, it's just so nice when you've watched and admired someone who was a key part of your makeup journey for so long, and you finally meet them and it was everything that you wanted it to be. Like, it was just so nice. It wasn't rushed, it wasn't artificial, it was just normal human interaction, and it was wonderful. I'm now going to go into the products that I bought. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the Studio Sweatshirt, because it is really nice, and I don't think this colour is available on the website yet, but it makes for a beautiful Christmas jumper. This is the original Studio Sweatshirt. Okay, so mine's in XL, and I actually wore it yesterday to the pop-up, and one of Lisa's team members was kind of laughing. She was like, "I like your sweatshirt," and I was like, "Me too." And she was wearing it, so it was quite funny. And then quite a few people at the pop-up were coming up to, and they were like, "Oh, you know, what lip colour should I get, and can you match me, and where can I buy this, and what about these things in the cabinet?" And I was like, no, I don't work here. I wish I did, but I don't work here. So this is my sweatshirt that I've had from last year. So just for comparison's sake, that is the grey sweatshirt, the original one. Now, yesterday I was very naughty and I picked up the new sweatshirt, and when I saw it behind the lady at the checkout who served me, I was like, girl, I need me one of those. Like, it's so nice. So let me show you. So, by the way, another reason to go to Lisa's pop-up. Look at these bags. So nice. I'm so glad I actually got 2 of these. I'm very happy I've got 2 of these, so you know, I can keep one safe and I can use one. And oh, I would love it if Lisa came out with a little bag, like a little handbag or something. I would just love that, because I love bags. Right, so of course the sweatshirts come in this lovely little Lisa Eldridge sack pull-string bag thing, and yeah, this is just exciting stuff. So again, I went with XL. This is the jumper. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is such good quality. This retails for £45, but it's worth it, and it's gorgeous. I love how it's got, you know, the kind of velvet. So the black one, the logo is kind of printed on. The red one, it's like a velvet print on it this time. Well, I don't think it's printed, it's basically stuck on however it's stitched on, but basically that's just a lovely touch. It's actually quite Valentine's-esque as well, but yeah, this is lovely. It's just wonderful, and I always go for oversized, because I like the oversized look when it comes to like hoodies and sweatshirts. So yeah, now moving on to this bag here. There was a bundle of these sitting on the cabinet, and the lady who served me, when I asked her about it, she said that it's basically a brand that Lisa uses. This is the Kimiko, so it's Japanese. This is the Kimiko, I hope I'm saying that properly, Superfine Eyebrow Pencil Automatic, and I got the shade Black Tea. When she said to me that, oh, you know, this isn't Lisa's but she uses it, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna try it, because I've used products before that Lisa has recommended, like the Suku brow pen, and they've always been a success. I'm wearing that today. So this is what it looks like in the packaging. So that's the colour of this brow pencil, and then you just have like a little brush on the other end there. For those of you who still haven't seen it, this is the face paint book. So it's got a jacket on it. It's got the jacket on it. This is the book. And then this is the back. So it's got a few products from her vintage collection here. And then when you open it, it's got that sort of print in the first part of it. Retails for $21.99. So that's interesting. So in the jacket sleeve here, it says US $29.95, Canada $37.95, UK £21.99. I almost said cents there. And the book at the pop-up was £18. So I really appreciate that Lisa actually gave us a discount on the book. That's really nice to know. And I didn't know that until now, so I'm feeling a little bit smug. I saved a couple of quid. That's good. So that is the book, and it's available at the pop-up with a discounted price, and I highly recommend it. The next products I want to show you guys are the lipsticks. So I got one lipstick that is from, you know, a previous launch that I'd never bought yet, and then I got one lipstick from this launch this time around that I missed out on, and they have it in the store. So again, if you're a domestic fan in the UK or in London and you're able to go to the pop-up and you're looking at lipsticks online that are out of stock, then I seriously recommend you go to the pop-up, because the lipsticks that are out of stock online, to my knowledge, are all available at the pop-up and should still be there now. But this is Velvet Midnight. Now, if you saw my last video, you will know that I managed to get the the Gloss Embrace in Cinny Bar, but I didn't get the lipstick. However, yesterday at the pop-up, when I realised they had it in stock, I thought, you know what, I better get it, because from what I've seen on Lisa's stories on Instagram, it's a really popular shade and it looks amazing on a lot of different skin tones. So I thought, you know what, a lady can never have too many reds. I might as well just make the most of the fact that we always buy too much of one thing and just get it. So this is Velvet Cinny Bar, and it is gorgeous, like, guys. So that's Cinny Bar. It's absolutely beautiful, and I'm really hoping that it's going to look good on my skin tone. I did, of course, pick up the foundation, and I think a lot of people are really interested to see what the foundation looks like. So this is the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Foundation, and I'm just going to read what it says on the back. This intelligently formulated self-setting foundation blends effortlessly to smooth and unify skin with a natural looking soft focus finish. The skin-friendly formula gives customizable coverage that fuses seamlessly with your skin. Start with a little and build to your desired level of enhanced perfection. For my application tips, go to lisaeldridge.com. Here's the reveal. It's so nice. I love how it's almost like a display piece. Like, I'm gonna just gently prise this out for a moment. You could literally just display that and it looks so cool, right? So this is a leaflet that comes with the foundation. I wanted to create the perfect adjustable foundation for my clients and customers to use when they want to look and feel their absolute best. Drawing on my years of experience making and applying base products, I've created a unique skin-friendly formula that feels lightweight and melds seamlessly with the skin, delivering a soft focus and perfected skin-like finish. This adjustable coverage foundation can be applied sparingly for partial or light coverage, or built up for fuller coverage. evens out skin tone effortlessly for a perfected look that is long wearing. And then so that's that side, and then on this side she's written out the key active ingredients. So nasturtium extract, plant-derived biotech, shown to boost oxygen levels in the skin to ensure a healthy glow all day, day after day. Strengthens the skin barrier, boosts hydration, and it will smooth the skin. Then there's green tea extract, so highly concentrated in antioxidants. Japanese green tea extract stimulates the skin's self-defense system to protect from free radical damage, reducing inflammation and premature aging. Filmexel, so Filmexel, a brilliantly clever biopolymer network that forms a resistant and flexible mesh on skin. 3 minutes after application, the biopolymer sets, delivering a subtle lifting, tightening, and smoothing effect. It also acts as a natural barrier against pollution and irritants in the atmosphere. Now that makes total sense, because how do I explain it? When I put that foundation on for the first time, I hope this makes sense. It's almost like Spanx, but for your face. Like, it literally just, like, it just lifts everything, and it really just, like, I looked back at my picture with Lisa yesterday from the event, and I was like, is that me? Like, considering I hadn't slept much the night before, and I was like, that's great. And that just totally makes sense. So it's the Filmexel quality that gives you the lifted look. So more reasons to go to the pop-up and get that foundation, guys. Bamboo stem extract, ultra-fine bamboo stem extract that is naturally rich in silica, helps absorb excess sweat and sebum for a soft and velvety finish without drying the skin. Again, that's completely accurate. I've worn this foundation, so I wore it once for the wear test video. I wore it twice when I wore the sachet that is my correct shade. So I've worn it 3 times now, and the last 2 times I wore it, which was when I wore the correct shade, which is shade 18, that was very high intensity days out for me. So when I went out to the Tate, I was traveling with my sisters and my mom. It was quite a mild day actually that day. I had to wear my mask, and that is the ultimate test for a new foundation, of course. And that foundation did not go anywhere. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you the actual packaging of this little bad boy. So this is what it looks like. So it's got the kind of frosted glass here, and then it's got the gold lid. And if you're wondering, besides, you know, displaying it in here, if you're wondering, well, how would you set that on a counter when you're using it, this side is straight. Basically, you see how it's just kind of resting, whereas if I put it that way, it starts to wobble. Okay, and then the shade is here, so number 18. So you just pop off the lid, and one thing I'll say about the lid is it is very, very hard to pull off, which is good. It's not something that is going to fall off very easily, which I think is amazing. So you take the lid off, and then it's a pump action to activate the dispensing of the foundation. I can't get over that shape. It's absolutely gorgeous. But yeah, that is the foundation, and that retails for £44, and that is currently only available at the pop-up. Now here's the nitty-gritty stuff. It is in Covent Garden, so it's very close to like Leicester Square, Holborn, those kind of areas. It's the WC area. It's basically at the arcade right next to Covent Garden Market, and it's right next to one of the entrances to the Royal Opera House. It's basically next to Mulberry's pop-up. I mean, it's very accessible. You can get there by buses and trains and things like that, and then just walk, and you'll find it easily. I mean, you can ask anyone local to the area in the local shops, and they'll just tell you. It's well worth going. My advice would be, okay, so this is the second day of the launch to the public, the open launch event, whatever. I mean, it's not an event, it's just the second day of the weekend of the initial launch and the opening of the pop-up. So today's Sunday, and it's the 31st of October. My guess is that yesterday and today would have been the busiest days of the pop-up. and then maybe this week. I would imagine after this week it will settle down a bit, minus weekends, minus Saturdays in particular, I think. So my recommendation would be that you try and visit during the week if you're not working and you've got time, or maybe after work. So, you know, Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I find that in London and in central London, the least busiest days tend to be Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and maybe Mondays as well, to go and check out like certain exhibitions and things like that, and events. Definitely vlog it, or like take pictures and videos, because it is an absolute experience. The pop-up is just amazing. Like, it's really an experience. There's lots to eat and drink around there as well. And Lisa's team did also mention to me that there are disabled toilets nearby. So it's a good area to have the pop-up. You're covered there for like food and drink and things like that, if that makes sense, which is really important for a day out in central London. Now, yesterday when I was at the launch and I spoke to Lisa, one of the things that she did mention to me was that she will be in and out of the pop-up over the next couple of months. So she did say to me that she will be doing some more like events where she'll be like talking, and she'll have like, I think she said she'll have people come in and like talk about a couple of things as well. So, you know, keep an eye on her socials and definitely get some dates in your calendar to go and visit the pop-up, because it is an amazing experience. I hope you've enjoyed my you know, initial thoughts on the pop-up and my experience and what I made of the launch day. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. You can't go wrong. It's a perfect part of London. It's the perfect setting. There's lots around there, food and drink and blah blah blah. It's a beautiful area, and Lisa and her team are just absolutely amazing. And even if you don't get to catch Lisa, her team are really wonderful. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. I want to know what you've got from Lisa, what you're looking to get. Are you going to the pop-up? Are you missing out this time? But wherever you are, I hope you're having a wonderful weekend, and I hope you're having a good Halloween weekend. Stay safe, enjoy yourselves, keep it cool, and I'll see you guys in my next video.